Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin, was one of the most anticipated shows of 2013, with quite a bit of hype surrounding it before it even started. And now that the first few episodes have aired, the hype level has grown so high that it's blasted off from the Earth, past the over 9,000 mark, and is probably orbiting somewhere in interstellar space.
This is the one with the Titans, isn't it?
It's Attack on Titan.
Talking about Attack on Titan. Talking about Attack on Titan. Talking about Attack on Titan.
Yo! Wow! Just wow!
Season 2?
Yeah! Attack on Titan 2! Woo!
It took 4 years. 4 years. But I ain't gonna lie. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of fanboy comments, cause I am fanboying through the roof. But damn. Attack on Titan Season 2, Attack on Titan is back, and it is back in a major way.
With the second season of Attack on Titan almost said and done now, regardless of how it wraps up in these coming weeks, I've actually enjoyed it a considerable amount, even more so than the first season.
Whereas Attack on Titan's perception now, in regard to not only the anime, but especially the manga, is it's very underrated. Everyone was vocally saying Attack on Titan's one of the best anime ever just after a few episodes came out of season 1. But right now, most people are not all too enthralled with the series, despite the fact that it's deserving of it and more.
The first part of Season 3 of Attack on Titan, which is surprisingly faithful in the way that it presents the overall story, but is also very interesting with how it modifies the source material to do so.
I gotta say for starters that hands down, watching these episodes that are out thus far of Attack on Titan Season 3, it's definitely been a whole different story.
The animation in Attack on Titan Seasons 1, 2, and 3 is a fucking stellar. Outstanding. The action scenes are the most stylish and beautiful in all of the currently airing anime.
Attack on Titan is that 1 in a million adaptation. Not just a really good short, hard-hitting series that said its piece and ended, but a full epic that we've gone on this long ride with and has been able to hit its final form with no compromise. In the process of making this video, Season 4 was announced, which is going to be the final season. We are going to see a conclusion to this story, and if word of mouth of every manga reader I've talked to is true, things are going to get even better, which, considering how things have been set up now, I absolutely believe.
Then Season 4 started, and boy was that different.
This new season is so bland and boring.
This would be the worst season of Attack on Titan yet. I guess the only positive to take from this is that this is the final season.
It's gotten to a point where episode director of episode 5 had to lock his Twitter account after repeated backlash from fans, and with episode 6 coming in, Mikasa was trending at a very high number of tweets, with most of them slowly turning into hate tweets about her animation in the new episode.
Do you guys want to talk about Attack on Titan? Because Twitter's funny right now. Twitter's funny.
What is there to talk about?
Bro, I didn't realize how much of a fucking clown fiesta Twitter is about Attack on Titan. How have people turned this into a thing to, like, dislike? I don't understand.
So this video is going to serve as a recap. Not for what happened in the first half of the final season of Attack on Titan, but for what happened around it. What the community was like, and what to expect as the series returns. Firstly, we'll go over the opening. There was so much hate for the opening straight away. Like, I'll be honest, I thought it was poo at first, but I didn't go to the internet to, go on about it, because the animation style was different, the community was in uproar, and what's annoying is that everyone really liked it a week later. No one in the Attack on Titan community seems to be able to like take a moment to think about what they're complaining about before going onto the internet and typing about it. And you're going to notice that as we go on to all these other examples that I'm going to be talking about throughout this video. If there is a new opening as this season continues and you don't like it, just kind of keep it to yourself, give it a week, and then tell everyone how much you love it. Because yeah, that was so annoying with that last season. Like, God, like everyone hated it and then everyone loved it, and it's like, just think about all this stuff. Like, please. Yes, the animation was very noticeably different when it came to the Titans. But it did not deserve the amount of hate it got. Like, have you not seen Overlord? That show is so well received and everyone's really looking forward to the new season, but the CGI in that is just so god awful at times. So, come on, watch something else is what I'm pretty much saying, I guess, to Attack on Titan fans. Every time an episode came out that had bad animation scenes, you'd know about it. Like, before you've even watched it. Before you even had a chance to experience it yourself, everyone would be moaning about it online. Oh, the Titans don't look great. It's like, shut up. I would love to see people that moaned about it, like even attempt to work on the schedule of these people that are on during a pandemic that's affecting everything in the world, not just, you know, anime and animation and that. Everyone was struggling, like, and then they're just moaning about it. So if Titans are poorly CG'd in an episode, heads up, you are going to know about it.
I think the CG, because I think the problem is people have a problem with the CG because it's all CG. But the CG looks better than Season 3 CG. Like, do you remember what the Colossal Titan looked like before? He looked like shit, okay? The Colossal Titan in Season 2 and 3 looked like absolute garbage. People are just looking for a problem because it's Attack on Titan. People are just looking for any issue to shit on Attack on Titan. It's good. It's fucking good. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Stay away from Twitter until you have watched the episode of Attack on Titan that is airing in the week that you are, like, experiencing. Seriously, like, you've got to. You have to stay away from Twitter until you have watched the episode that is airing in that week.
I literally can't go on Twitter anymore.
Because, seriously, no joke. The amount of episodes that I watched when the first half was airing, and I'd already know the main plot point, just because I've gone onto Twitter, was absolutely unreal. Like, I didn't want to know what happened. I wasn't even looking for what was happening. But there were weeks where the major plot point was trending on Twitter. Like, what is that about? Like, can you manga people stop going on to the internet and, like, trying to spoil everything for everyone to the point that it becomes a trending point on Twitter? I want to watch the episode. I want to see it myself. I want to experience it. I don't want people, like, telling me oh, you're watching this episode, hey, hashtag bam. Like, I'm trying really hard not to give examples, but, like, yeah, like, certain characters would be dying and in that episode, and it'd be hashtag that person's name, and it's like, what? So, yeah, please, for the love of God, just leave us, like, anime only alone. Like, just give us a break. We don't care. You already know what's happened. Good for you. I want to enjoy the story. I really want to, this second half, enjoy every episode weekly without knowing what is going to happen, what the major plot point is. Like, okay, you've not told us everything that's happening in there, but when you've got it to a point on Twitter where it's hashtag this person because they're dead, nice one.
I literally feel like I've been held at gunpoint to watch Attack on Titan weekly, at risk of being spoiled.
So please, as well, you manga onlys, stop critiquing the differences to such a petty point. We're going into the next point here, which is like, when in the manga onlys, we're comparing the differences from the manga to the anime. This blew my mind. I am anime only when it comes to Attack on Titan, so I have no idea when any kind of changes have been made. When it comes to adapting the manga into the anime. Manga fans would complain weekly about changes being made, and me being me, I have no idea what they're going on about. And Nux Taku did a really good video talking about the toxicity of the Attack on Titan fandom, and he had one example in there that just made me so I'm just going to quickly show you a clip here of Nux's video showing you what the type of things people were complaining about, just so you get an example of that.
The modern Attack on Titan anime taken by Mappa is garbage because Mikasa is no longer a waifu. Have you read the manga? Well, clearly not. Mappa's adaptation of Mikasa is actually spot on what she looks like in the manga. Don't start complaining, oh man, I can't believe Mappa ruined Attack on Titan because of how they changed how Mikasa looks. I can't believe it, bruh. They're doing a thing that many anime studios like to do with manga. It's called adaptation. It's when they take the thing in the manga and bring it to life on the screen. Can y'all just tuck your boners in your pants and enjoy the spectacle of what we're getting and not complaining about every little detail? Oh, the adaptation is bad, even though it's actually adapting the source material. Yes, this is Mikasa's absolute evolution in the manga as well. So if you don't like it, don't complain about the adaptation.
So as you can see, the complaints were about the most minuscule changes, and were not worth even mentioning about. It was ridiculous, but they would go crazy about it. They'd go onto Twitter, and people would join in. They'd be mad, like people complaining, and you couldn't get away from these complaints on the internet. It was absolutely crazy, and I hated it. And it's like, I don't care that, like, said person's meant to be stood on a certain place, but instead he jumps out somewhere else, or bloody hell, or this person doesn't look as masculine as they did. It's like, stop it, just stop it. Is it really worth going into this stuff? Is it really worth putting those fingers on the keyboard to just type what you are thinking right now? Like, what's going on? I mean, the more I am remembering what happened last season, the less I am looking forward to watching this, like, the season continue. Because I really, really love Attack on Titan. I really loved last season, and I'm really, really wanting to know what happens, like, as the story continues. But I'm just remembering the experience around the community, and I'm just like bracing myself and bracing you guys for what is coming, because it's gonna happen. It is coming back, and the last point that I'm going to talk about is the worst one, and I just really hope that this doesn't come back as well, so that this needs to not be a thing this time round, or just ever, with any anime in general. This needs to not be a thing. This was absolutely disgusting. This was absolutely toxic and pathetic, and I just don't want to see it happen again. It's completely awful that people that were so like, Attack on Titan is the best thing ever that's ever happened, and it's my life, were so angry at the way that certain things were animated, or the way the animation style was, not that they would find the animators of the show, they'd find their Twitter profile and bombard them with complaints over and over and over again. The whole community would get on board and just join in until they were forced to delete their Twitter accounts.
Is apparently a message from a staff member of the final season of Attack on Titan. The message reads, "All staff working on the season have been pouring their sweat, blood, and tears into making the show look as good as it can in an insanely short amount of time. A time that's even shorter than normal anime. You are free to have your own opinion on the show, however, constantly bothering and harassing staff is unacceptable. having the courtesy to at least respect the insane effort being put in the show would be appreciated. Let's be mature.
Imagine working on a show during all the stuff that was going on, trying to do a weekly release, and everyone is personally attacking you, telling you how much of a bad job you didn't, by the way, bad job that you did. Nah, forget that. Stop it. I do not want to see that this time round. And to see everyone complaining about it, and it becomes something else. It's meant to be an enjoyable show that we all watch and enjoy and love. And the idea is we talk about how awesome the story's progressing, but instead it's animators are just being told that they're not doing a good job and they're deleting their Twitter profiles, and it's just, that's not what it's about.
These imbeciles, because at this point I'm not going to respect them if they are being this disrespectful and outright just being pieces of garbage. Once again, attacking a director on Attack on Titan, an animator. This time, it took it to another level. About a week ago, last episode, basically, there was an animator that was being attacked for a musical cue. These people today, again, attacked one of the animators. Again, I want to see he's either a director or an animator on the show of Attack on Titan, the final season. And this time, they attacked him for this episode for the CGI. But the thing about it is, get this, you ready for this? He didn't even work on this episode. He wasn't even involved in any shape or form on this episode, and yet they went out of their way to attack him, and he had to say, yo, I didn't even have nothing to do with this episode.
Guys, come on. I do not want to see any of these things happen this season, but the sad reality is that it is. And I just want to remind you all that, like, yes, what happened last season, it probably is going to happen again. But we can help stop all this bad by not joining in. If you see it, just leave it. Like, these are people that work on a show that I really, really enjoy, and I want to see them continue because I want to see the story end. I want to see how this goes on. And you know what? It's just really freaking annoying. It's really winding me up talking about this right now. But there's just one more thing and I want to talk about, and people probably know already. It's like not a mad, but I know there's gonna be complaints. This second half of the final season is not the end of Attack on Titan anime. And they've already said this, but you know there's gonna be complaints. Because of the way the Attack on Titan fandom is, it's inevitable. There is going to be huge complaints when this second half finishes, because they've already said there's going to be a movie to finish it off. You can't win when it comes to Attack on Titan. There's going to be people out there like, why didn't they just finish it with the anime? Oh my god. When there was already people beforehand that were like, there's no way they're going to finish the story in anime because of how much stuff there is in the manga. And it's like, right, so they've solved that by like doing the second half of the series, and now they're going to do a film to finish off the actual story. But yeah, I am expecting that when when they finish it, and then there's going to be a title thing that comes up and says, we'll finish with a movie at whatever time, Twitter's going to explode with complaints. Can't believe they didn't finish it. Can't believe they didn't end it. Can't believe they did this. Can't believe that. It's like, just stop. Just stop. I want to see this go on for as long as I possibly can, but there's always such negativity when it comes to any kind of release with Attack on Titan recently. And when you see the montage that I started this video with how much praise there was for the first 3 seasons, it's like, just please, can we remember how nice the internet was with the initial release of this series and just how awesome it is. Like, I know I'm not an elitist, right? I'm not an Attack on Titan elitist. But just because, right, I have the first volume signed by the 3 head creators of Wit Studio that animated the first 3 volumes of first 3 seasons of Attack on Titan, and I have the English voice actor's signature of Eren, and I have the English voice actor's signature of Mikasa, all in this manga. You don't see me going to the internet moaning like an absolute bitch about the most littlest things to complain about. Yeah? Do you, as a huge anime, Attack on Titan anime elitist, have that? If not, stop moaning, get on my level. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this is just a recap of what happened last time the final season was airing through its first half. I just want to prepare you guys for what is going to repeat itself. History has a habit of doing that. I can't wait to see the series continue. I'm really, really excited to see Attack on Titan come back. It's going to be boss. I'm really, really happy to see it come back. And I really had no complaints the first half. Like I said, the opening initially was like, whoa, but then like the week afterwards, I was cool. But then everyone else on the internet just straight to the keyboards. So you're going to get a lot of that. You're going to get a lot of people just straight away going to the internet complaining about the most small things. But yeah, I've got other things on the way as well that I want to do. If you did like this video and want me to do more stuff like this, click that like button and click subscribe. And in the link down below in the description is my Patreon page. $1 a month is all I ask to help support the channel. You get your name at the end of every video upload. I do tend to upload reaction videos quite regularly, just taking a break to do this type of stuff as well. And I am now going to show you a preview of another video that I've been working on. And if you want to see that and other things, just Patreon down below, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. And I hope we have a really nice experience with this second half of Attack on Titan, the final season.
The old Nux is dead. This is so sad!
Nuxtaku was a YouTuber that used to upload videos about anime and manga with a comedic approach. Before he abandoned our community, he had a few serious videos that were incredible, and would always end with some sort of goal to be reached with likes for the series to continue.
As a man of my word, I promised when I made the greatest plots in hentai #1 that if it got 50,000 likes, I would make the greatest plots in hentai #2.
No, you won't.
Hopefully be out
No.
within a week, but no promises.
He released a video like a bit over a year ago now called OK Boomer, and I really liked that one. And I had some suggestions for OK Boomer 2, so I sent them to Nux. And he replied to tell me that OK Boomer 2 wasn't happening.
This is so sad!
Eventually, it became very apparent that he had abandoned these series. No more biggest doofs in anime, no more biggest flexes in anime, no more OK Boomer, no more greatest plots in hentai. I was devastated, and I still am. There is a big void in my chest that needs to be filled, and there's only one thing I can do. That is to finish what Nuxtaku started.
Nice!